What I'm talking about now is the state of the race. Quinnipiac out with 3 new battleground state polls, public polls. Some people are not fans of Quinnipiac. Let's show that, please. That's number 5. Okay, this is not exactly what I believe the private polling shows, but Pennsylvania, Harris up 3, Michigan, Trump up 3, Wisconsin, Trump up 2. Now, I can tell you without fear of contradiction that there's not a Democratic pollster, including people working for the Harris campaign, who would say that Pennsylvania is Harris up 3. And what they would all say is it's her worst of the blue wall states. Okay, so here's some public polling. You're welcome to read all the public polls you want. I tend to not credit the public polling that much because it's often not correct, because the public polls done by media organizations and by academic groups, they're not as robust. Okay, so I want to show you something that suggests that I'm not the only reporter who's hearing from Democrats who are worried. This is CNN, Dana Bash, who has now had 2 interviews with Kamala Harris. She's not hostile to Kamala Harris, I'll say that. And her colleague talking about how worried Democrats are. Number 6, please.
We have some new CNN reporting today about what is going on behind the scenes inside the Harris campaign and more broadly among Democrats who are growing more and more anxious about a 2016 redux. CNN's Priscilla Alvarez joins me now. Priscilla, we were just joking here at the table that anxious Democrats happen on a day that ends in Y, but this is something that perhaps is warranted given the data that they're seeing. Explain your great reporting.
Yeah, look, that's exactly right, Dana. And this has been a campaign that was described by multiple Democrats, allies, aides, to the vice president as a good vibes campaign. But what's also creeping in now is that anxiety. The reason for that is because these polls are not really moving. Despite multiple battleground blitzes, despite the opportunities she has had across media outlets, there is still not a lot of movement from voters who are moving more towards her versus former President Donald Trump. In fact, I had one source describe it to me this way, quote, people are nervous. They know the polls are tight. And a lot of us are having these flashbacks to 2016, too. We know when it can go the wrong way and it can still feel fresh. So 2016 is the key here.
Okay.
When I've talked to Harris campaign officials,
So
it often
that's
comes
okay.
up and
can drop out of that. So again, are they worried because they're conditioned to be worried because of 16? Yeah, that's some of it. And they're outspending Trump. She's camping. And they're outspending Trump. She's campaigning. She's doing this social media, new media stuff. She did her 60 Minutes interview. They want to be ahead now. And they know what their polls say. And their polls are not as good as the public polls for her. They haven't given up. I'm not writing them off by any means. Again, abortion, turnout, Trump ceiling, all could produce a Harris victory, and maybe a comfortable Harris victory. But there's concern because they see things getting in a direction. Where is it moving directionally? They don't like the direction it's moving in. That's all I'm reporting. I'm not reporting the race is over. Some people are mischaracterizing what I'm reporting. It's true again today. And what's happening is I'm hearing from Democrats who know her well, elected officials, donors, California strategists, who are saying she needs to be a warrior in these last few months. She needs to up her game. She needs to feel it. She needs to close strong. And they look at her performance on television yesterday, where it appears, as always, she's trying to not make mistakes, get through the interview without making mistakes, rather than really transforming the race and demonstrating to the undecided voters who we talked to on this program she'll be a good steward of a good economy, fierce commander-in-chief, ready for the job. That's what they're worried about. They're worried that they're not in a good place to win 270 electoral votes, and they're worried that what she's doing at a performance level is not good enough to win, perhaps. That's what I'm reporting.